Hi everyone, my name is Jeff Yamazaki and welcome back to my channel. You guys love the items I bring back from Japan, but today I'm gonna flip the script and show you guys what I pack when I travel to Japan. We'll go through everything from my luggage setup to my toiletry kit to my wardrobe selection to essential travel items as well as tips that you probably never heard of. I travel to Japan 4 to 5 times a year for about 2 weeks at a time, and I think that's pretty typical for most people traveling to Japan, so I hope this gives you a good framework on what to pack. Alright, let's get started, but let's move over here to show you my luggage setup at a better angle. Here is my luggage setup, but before that, let me switch over to my travel outfit. Alright, so these two are from a brand called Harper Collective, and I got their trunk and their carry-on. Quick tip, I recently switched over to a trunk style luggage instead of the conventional check-in luggage, and it's been a game changer. Especially those tiny Japanese hotel rooms, instead of completely laying it flat, there's a lot more space on the bottom where you could just kind of prop the top open against the wall and save some space. Alright, I'm going to show you the clothes, the shoes, and everything I put into this luggage. But before then, let's go back to the couch and let me show you what I bring in my toiletry bag. Starting off with this, the Panasonic Palm Razor, an absolute must-have when traveling to Japan or anywhere else in the world. I'm really excited to partner with one of my favorite Japanese companies, Panasonic, to introduce you to this, the Panasonic Palm Razor, which is the travel version of the full-size Arc 5 electric shaver. I use the full-size at home, but whenever I go to Japan or go on short trips here in the US, I always bring this one with me instead. The Panasonic Palm Razor looks really cool and sleek, but it doesn't skip out on performance. Panasonic says no other competitor can make a compact travel version without compromising on performance. Plus, y'all know Japanese companies are known for precision engineering, especially with their blades that are used in crafting Japanese swords, making them extremely sharp for a close shave yet gentle on the skin. It's one of Panasonic's best-selling items in Japan, and it's winning awards here in the US. You can definitely trust that the Panasonic Palm Razor will be there for you during your exciting trips abroad. It features a 5-blade shaving head that adapts to your face for maximum comfort and control, and the shape is made to comfortably fit in your hands. And here's what makes it truly travel ready. It charges with USB-C, it's showerproof, and super easy to clean. Also, with the holiday travel season coming up, this will definitely be a great gift. It comes in both black and Nagori white, both of which look incredible, and it's the perfect razor to add to any gift list. Alright, let's continue with what else I bring in my toiletry kit. Next, we have my electric toothbrush and this really handy travel case. This is my Philips electric toothbrush. We got my tongue scraper. Next is my toothpaste. This is a Japanese Sensodyne. Check out this one, it's called Shumitecto. Our next is my floss. This is from Plackers. I got this from Amazon, this little case, which has been really handy, and I have 2 weeks worth of floss in here. Next, I got another travel case of Band-Aids. This is always a must when I go travel. My favorite sunscreen at the moment, this is the Beauty of Joseon. Next, we got the Aesop Elios hand balm. Got a little comb. I went to the Standard in New York City recently and they had these earplugs, so I've been using this nice little travel case. And this is one of my favorite products that is super simple but works really well. These are these travel size Nalgene bottles. So I have my toner in here, my face wash, my oil cleanser, and then my moisturizer. They're nice and small and compact, so I don't have to bring the full size bottles. Next is a nose trimmer, very simple. I just got this off Amazon. I rarely use these, but these are the anti-diarrhea pills just in case. I have a tweezer, nail clippers. These are the Japanese nail clippers you can find at Donki. And then 3 travel size perfume. Alright, that's pretty much it. And of course, I always have my Panasonic Palm Razor in here whenever I travel to Japan. Alright, that's all my toiletries that I bring to Japan. So next, let me show you the type of clothes I bring. So let's go back over there. Let's start off with the clothes, the shoes, and everything I put into my trunk luggage, and then we'll go on to the check-in luggage afterwards. Let's start off with the shoes. I always have 3 pairs of shoes when I travel, 2 in my check-in and 1 that I wear on the plane. Start off with the black loafers. I like to have a pair of black loafers whenever I want to dress up or go to a nice event or a nice dinner, so I always have a pair of black loafers when I travel. And my second pair, I have a nice pair of sneakers in this really nice suede brown color that goes well with a lot of outfits. And of course, I need a pair of white sneakers, so this is what I usually wear on the plane. Next, I bring 4 outerwear pieces. First, I got this American vintage black jacket. Always gotta have a black leather jacket. Always need a hoodie as well. And then a little bit nicer jacket. This one's from Billy Reed, just a elevated jacket I could wear during the evenings. And then everything else is in packing cubes, so let me show you what I bring. So for 2 weeks, I usually bring the equal amount of socks and underwear for the days I'm there. I have 15 pairs of socks and 15 pairs of underwear, one extra just in case. Next, since I usually go pretty often during the fall and spring, I have some sweaters. I have 3 sweaters that are all very versatile. One is a white sweater from October Editions. Next is a very nice layering piece. This is from Velvet Graham. This has a really nice texture to it. And whenever I want color, I wear this underneath my jacket, and this is from Banana Republic. And whenever I go during the spring season, I always have button-down shirts. This one is from a brand called Public Tokyo. It's nice and flowy. My Uniqlo C shirt. This is slightly oversized and it's a short sleeve shirt. Next is this new shirt I got from 18 East in New York City. And one of my favorite button-down shirts from Billy Reed, another long sleeve shirt. So all those shirts, I could always wear base layers underneath if it's too cold, which is something I'll show you next. I get pretty cold during the winter season and still spring, so I like to layer a lot underneath sweaters and button-down shirts. 5 pairs of just white base shirts. And I also bring normal t-shirts if it's getting warm outside. I just like to wear Uniqlo U Arizona shirts and my Banana Republic shirts. And here are all my Heat Tech long sleeve. It usually gets cold still in the winter, obviously, and spring, early spring, it's still cold. And when I want to wear just one sweater or one button-down shirt, I like to layer it with heat techs underneath to keep myself pretty warm. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 long sleeve heat tech shirts. All right, last but not least are my pants. Again, I like to stay warm without showing too many layers. So this is a great way to keep warm by wearing some tights. These are Uniqlo Heat Tech tights. Of course, I need a pair of shorts. And here are my pants. I like to bring 2 pairs of denim, one in black and one in just a classic blue denim. And for the nicer nights and evenings, I like to wear slacks that are pretty flowy. This one is from Theory. So that's pretty much it. And everything I had in there that I just showed you, plus the luggage, was around 48 or 49 pounds, so it's under the 50-pound limit. But let's move on to the check-in luggage. All right, let's get to the check-in luggage. There's not much stuff in here because, as you know, you gotta have space to bring back presents from Japan. So this one is pretty much empty, but let me show you what's inside. It's practically half empty. So starting off with some of the travel essentials I like to travel with. I have a steamer, and then I have 4 hats that I always bring with me. And I bring 2 belts with me, 1 casual and 1 elevated. Also, when you travel to Japan, a lot of people wear bags, including the men. So I like to bring 2 bags, one a little bit shallow, kind of something fun to add to your outfit, and then just a classic black tote bag. Last but not least, this is probably just me by bringing my own spare towel and my own face towel. Honestly speaking, everything I showed you in this luggage, I could probably have fit in my trunk or my backpack. So I recommend having at least 1 or 3/4 empty carry-on luggage when you go to Japan, so you could fit all your things you buy in Japan. All right, let's get back to the couch and let me show you what other things I bring to Japan. All right, next, let me show you the travel bag that I always bring on the plane whenever I travel to Japan. All right, starting off with obviously my AirPods. Next is my Japanese wallet. I actually don't bring my American wallet because it doesn't fit anything, so I could fit more bills in here and more cards and coins in these pockets. All right, next we have my favorite lip balm. All right, next is a coin case. This is becoming less and less popular since in Japan you could use your credit card more often these days, but I do occasionally like to use coins for vending machines, so I carry this around and it holds all my coins in here. Next is my travel camera, which is a Ricoh GR3, super compact, super easy to travel with, and I just have it in my pocket or just in this bag throughout the trip. Next, you always gotta have a pen with you when you're traveling abroad, so I usually just carry a random one in here. Got my passport. All right, last but not least is this Moth phone stand, acts as a tripod. All right, so those are my travel essentials that I want to keep close to me while I'm on the plane to Japan, but I do have a backpack here with some items that I want to share with you. So this is my Tumi travel backpack that I take with me everywhere I go. I forget the name of this, but I will leave it down in the description below, but let me show you what's inside. All right, starting off with the laptop, I have my travel case for my laptop, which is from Baggu. I really love this. Very simple, just a little bit padded. I have my MacBook Pro, and for those of you who travel a lot with your laptop, I recommend getting this one, the Apple trackpad. When I'm doing long stints on my laptop when I'm traveling, I don't like using a trackpad on the laptop, so I have this on the side and it's a lot more comfortable to use. All right, next is some some light reading for the flight. This is the first English edition of Popeye. There's a ton of great recommendations in here, so I'm doing a little bit more research reading this one. All right, next is one of my favorite charging products. This is the Anker 45-watt charger, and then I just have my MacBook charger and brick in here. All right, next is this Anker 25,000 milliamp charger. It comes with 2 cables, and this charges my laptop, my digital camera, my phone, everything. I also have a Qi charger in here. This is also another Anker product. I just slapped this on the back of my phone. You definitely need a lot of battery in Japan since you're walking around maybe 12 to 14 hours of the day, so battery products is a must in Japan. Next, I like to do some work in Japan, so I have my 2 Samsung T7 and T9 SSDs. All right, next is one of my favorite products. I got this off Amazon, but this is a luggage scale, and I always thought I didn't need this, but since I bought this, it has saved me time and stress at the airport. All right, that's it for my tech pouch. All right, next is my watch pouch. Always bring this with you onto the plane. Never check this in because you never know what's gonna happen with your check-in luggage, so all your expensive watches go with you on the plane. I have 2 sunglasses that I always bring with me, and I love these Radix sunglass pouches. A lot of people don't wear too many blacked out sunglasses, so I like to wear glasses with color lenses, or sunglasses with color lenses, one in yellow and one in this dark gray color. These are both from Jin's. Hand sanitizer for the plane, and some flu medicine just in case. All right, last but not least is a portable umbrella. You really don't need to bring this, but I occasionally bring it because I like how small and compact it is. Because in Japan, you could just get those disposable umbrellas for maybe 400 or 500 yen and just trash it once you're done. But if you want something smaller, pick one up before you leave and bring them with you. Oh, one more thing. I have this little pocket here that I always carry my reusable bags in here. This is from Bagu. And these come in super handy, but if you're traveling and you're shopping around in Japan, always carry at least one, because by the time you're coming home, you have so many shopping bags with you, and you could just put them in both of these, and it's a lot easier to carry. And in the inside, I actually don't have anything in here because that's where all the presents are going, the heavy stuff that I can't check in. All right, so that's pretty much everything I bring whenever I travel to Japan, but let me change back to my favorite sweater. So we could talk about those 3 travel tips. Tip number 1, here's my favorite hack for bringing the maximum amount of stuff back from Japan. 50 pounds is usually the max, but you lose about 10 pounds because of luggage. Instead, head over to a store called 3 Coins and pick up 2 of these large storage plastic bags. I always buy 2 so I could double layer for extra protection. Then I head over to a konbini and buy some tape so I could reinforce the zipper and wrap it around 1 or 2 times for extra security. These bags weigh less than 2 pounds total, so essentially you're bringing back 48 pounds of stuff from Japan. Tip number 2, this is not sponsored, but if you're actually flying with Zip Air, which is the budget airline of Japan Airlines, you can essentially check in 30 kilos or 66 pounds of stuff, which is on average 15 pounds more than usual. I know budget airlines gets a bad rep, but in my personal experience, Zip Air has been great. The check-in service has been fast, and the plane service has been excellent, and all you have to give up is the in-meal service, which I actually prefer. Also, if you go to Japan multiple times and fly Zip Air, I recommend signing up for their point pass for about 5,000 yen, which is around $30-40, to get 30% off checked luggage, which is a great deal. Last but not least, tip number 3 is pretty niche, but this is for the seasoned travelers. If you have a Suica or Pasmo from your last trip, add it to your Apple Pay, but don't top it off just yet. Instead, whenever I go home, I sign up for a foreign exchange rate alert email that gives me the daily Japanese yen and USD rate, and when it hits a favorable rate, I actually top off my Suica or Pasmo, and then I go to the local foreign exchange office to top off some cash so I could use that the next trip. It's all about timing, and when rates are unfavorable during my actual trip, at least I locked in some good rates for my spending money. Alright, that's a wrap on my Japan packing strategy. I hope this helps you organize and gives you a clear picture on what you actually need for your trip to Japan. Remember, less is more when traveling to Japan, so don't overthink it too much and just nail down the essentials. You can find pretty much 95% of anything you need, so don't stress too much about forgetting something. For those of you heading to Japan this winter or spring season, I hope you have a smooth flight and an incredible time shopping, eating, and experiencing everything Japan has to offer. As always, thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next one.